we're never on the same side. The moment you laid eyes on the girl, you... Hey everyone, Henry Yellow here, welcome back. Today we are going to watch News of the World, directed by Paul Greengrass and starring Tom Hanks. I haven't watched Tom Hanks movie in so long. I think the last movie that I watched with Tom Hanks is, I think it was Forrest Gump. Now that was a very, very long time ago. Now about this movie, it's actually based on a 2016 novel of the same name by Paula Giles. It talks about an aging Civil War veteran who must return a young girl who was taken in by the Kiowa and raised as one of them, and he has to take her back to her last remaining family. So what is the Kiowa? The Kiowa people are a Native American tribe and indigenous people of the Great Plains of the United States. Okay, so at least I know who they are, then I won't be lost when I hear them in the movie later. So they are a Native American tribe. That's about as far as I'll read because I don't want to, accidentally see any spoilers. All right, well then. Cicada Falls, North Texas, 1870. Okay, this is a long time ago. I see. They pay him to read the newspapers. He's the only literate one here. Because in 1870, maybe the education wasn't, broad spreading.
My name is Captain Jefferson Kyle Kidd, and I'm here tonight to bring you all the news from across this great world of ours. To hear the great changes that are happening out there.
Well, nowadays we have social media and YouTube, which is free.
The meningitis epidemic continues to spread. 97 souls. In just a 2-month period.
That must have been considered a lot back then, but nowadays we have the worst pandemic, which claimed a whole lot more. But of course now I think meningitis isn't much of a problem anymore. Could have been a robbery. Ooh. It's dangerous to travel alone around these here parts. He was hanged. Texas is no. Oh, I get it. Back then, 1870, they were still considered slaves, were they? Not too sure. Yep, seeing her clothing and her language. Definitely raised by the indigenous tribes.
I don't speak Kiowa.
Oh, nice. He recognizes the language. Clearly a knowledgeable guy.
Indian agency papers. Johanna. You got your loyalty oath?
Oh, I guess that's an equivalent to a passport or something.
Any sidearms? No, sir.
Just birdshot.
I read the news from town to town.
You're good.
What the hell do I do with this child?
Get you to Red River. Command post will know.
So they must be like the patrols patrolling the area. Unfortunately, didn't manage to save the guy who got hanged.
The Army found you 3 weeks ago, and they cleared the Kiowa out of Montague County. You've been living with them since they kidnapped you 6 years prior. Your mother, father, and sister were, well, they passed. But you have an aunt and an uncle.
So when she was a wee baby, Kiowa attacked her family, took her, raised her for 6 years, and now the Kiowa were eliminated. And they're trying to send her back to her aunt and uncle. Okay, I think I got the gist of it.
A lot of German folk down there. Kannst du Deutsch sprechen?
Haha, can you speak Dutch?
Come tomorrow. We'll find somebody to take you home.
Oh, as I thought, those are cows. I thought those were horses, but didn't look like horses. A cattle-rearing town. How do they control so many of them? Like, how do they herd the cows so efficiently?
What's your business? You can see your Indian agent. She needs taken home.
The agent won't be back for another 3 months.
3 months?
Listen, friend. Wait for the agent or take her yourself. It's up to you.
Could just leave her and don't care about her, but he's a good enough person not to do that.
Good lay eyes on you, Captain. So 3 months, huh? What are you going to do with her? Wait for the agent, it appears.
Oh, he chooses to wait.
Oh, she's scared.
Now, see here, child. I have to work. You're going to stay here with these kind folks.
I see.
She don't understand a damn thing, does she?
Unless you speak Kiowa.
Thank you kindly.
Thank you kindly.
Waters are still too high. Cross, Fort Scott, and Gulf lines are to be consolidated into a new line.
How does he get his hands on all these news? Like, are newspapers just sold in every town?
First railroad to cross the Indian reservation.
Ah, the time of the railroads.
President Ulysses S. Grant has ordered the Texas legislature to accept amendments to the abolition of slavery.
I say Texas first and damn them amendments.
Just y'all watch yourself.
She just yelled say.
I hear you. Northern Blues are not helping us a lot, and they're asking for a great deal in return. But I'm thinking we got a part to play in all of this as well. We're all hurt. These are difficult times.
Oh, nice one. He has a way with words. Relates to them and then calms them down.
She's gone.
She ran away.
Can't be gone far.
Damn woods.
Child!
Man, it's raining cats and dogs. To choose to run away on a night like this could be fatal. Wow, look at that raging river. Ooh. Oh. Whoa, they're slipping, they're slipping. Oh, they can't hear her. She already considers the tribe a family. Even if he sends her back to her aunt and uncle, I mean, she won't like recognize them or feel any familial ties with them.
She's just soaked.
Said she's wild, didn't I say that? So I was going to curse on her.
Okay, saying that she's got a curse is going too far. And if she's soaked, the least you could do is take off her clothes first, then dry her off. Get her a new set of dry clothes.
I'll take her. I found her. I'll take her.
Castroville's down there 400 miles.
400 miles.
The little girl is lost. She needs to be home. Much advice, Vicky, and I'll be back first thing.
First thing in the morning. He really chooses to take her.
Kept mine from Belmito. You need it more than me. Got 20 rounds too.
Why is it? A bird shot can't injure a human? Or is it not effective against humans?
Why are you doing this?
Because he feels like it's the right thing to do. Yeah, it seems like a handful.
It makes no matter to me what you wear.
Here's a mess.
We'll be on this road for about 6 days till we make Dallas. Settlers killing Indians for their land. Indians killing settlers for taking it.
Yeah. One is invading territory, one is protecting territory.
Captain, you, Johanna.
Language is key to communication. Without the right language, it's just so hard to communicate.
That is coffee.
Oh, she eats the bean directly? Nah. You don't do that.
Yeah, coffee packs a punch, doesn't it? That's sugar.
Oh, she'll like that.
All right, that's enough. That's enough.
Oh, that's bad.
It's my wife. Down in San Antonio.
Oh, his wife is still alive? Oh, did she try to cross the river? Looks beautiful, but it's a wide swath of land. You could starve to death on this wide land. Luckily, they don't encounter any animals like wolves or predators. Houston? Wait, that looks like Robert Downey Jr.
They paying you to take her home, or you doing it out of the goodness of your heart?
They ain't paying him anything. I mean, why would the government even bother trying to send her home? Like telling him to send her home even though you're not paying him or giving him any reward.
See this? Spoon, spoon. This is how I eat.
The spoon. Very messy using hands to eat broth.
We don't sing at the table.
What y'all looking at? Ain't you never seen a child eat before? What does she speak?
Kiowa.
Mm-hmm.
Johanna, 怀念害過。
Cicada.
But you've been calling her the wrong name. Her name's Cicada.
Well, it's Johanna now.
Do you go by Hito?
Not the home that she's thinking about.
She says she got no home. This child is an orphan twice over.
Yeah, she's lost 2 families.
Can you tell her that I am taking her to an aunt and uncle down near Castroville? Got no place else. Nobody wants her.
Do the aunt and uncle even know that she's coming?
I do not have a clue as to the care of a child.
She's still alive, ain't she? That's not nothing. So what you gonna do once you taking her?
Go see those far off places. I read about people every night.
How long's it been?
Close to 5 years now.
Isn't it time you went back? Made things right with her?
I collected the latest newspapers, looking for suitable reading, something to take us away from our troubles.
A word, Cap? Name's Alme. Enjoyed your reading, Cap. You take us away from our hard thoughts.
Thank you.
Looks like an insincere smile.
Poor men fighting a rich man's war. Left us lying here in the gutter.
That's always how war is.
This young girl. How much you want for her?
Come on, man. She can't be more than 10 years old.
How about $50? I mean, look at that fair skin. We could just take her. All right, boys. What's going on here? You take this girl and you get on your way. I'll be seeing you, Captain.
They should throw him in jail. I don't know if during this time there are women who offer their services for men, but I mean, seriously, man, she's a kid. She can't be more than 5 years old, and they're that desperate. Wow, these people are just sick. Oh, Captain, you better get your guns ready. You can't outrun them horses.
Hey, Cap! Did not say I'd come for you!
Man, these people are unrestrained. Oh no, they totally left and abandoned their horses. Well, a sniper rifle would be very useful right about now. Only 20 rounds to get to save your bullets.
Go.
Seriously, man, using up all your precious bullets all to get a girl.
You go. Take the horses and go.
Oh, this is worthless. It's for birds, understand?
She ain't worth dying for!
Yeah, she ain't one worth dying for. Why the heck are you guys hunting her then?
How exactly are we gonna work this out?
A share for each man and an extra for me, considering what you did to my associate over there!
Your associate asked for it. You guys asked for it.
They don't want our money. They want you.
Captain!
Really? Does that work? Replacing it with coins, so that means coins will spray out. Huh, imagine getting killed by money.
All right, on me. Damn it, you have a deal.
I'm laying my weapon down!
Here's mine.
What about the other guy? Oh, I'd like to see if this actually works. Clearly, I can't trust him. Can't trust anyone here. He still has a sidearm. Whoa! Killed by money.
Looks like we're back on opposite sides!
Looks like it.
You were never on the same side the moment you laid eyes on the girl, you bastards. Oh, whoever reveals his position first loses. It's sudden death now. One shot will end it all. Oh, good feint. He spent money to kill people. Literally spent his coins. Oh, 3 enemies, 3 hands.
See that? See that bird? Bird.
Guto.
Bird is guto.
Guto, bird.
Congo pig.
Buffalo.
Oh, she points with her pinky
Prickly
finger.
pear cactus. And there's some sage.
Okay, that's too much. Don't overwhelm her.
Dog.
The earth.
Pan.
Clouds.
The sky.
The sky.
Dom. Pan. Jogo. Dom.
The earth and the sky embraces us.
A circle. For us, it's more like a straight line. Line. Journeying across the prairie, straight line, looking for that place to be.
Yo, it's a bumpy ride.
Very good.
Very good. Indeed.
Very good.
Sehr gut, Onkel.
Wait, isn't that Dutch?
You just spoke German.
Yeah, German or
Deutsch.
Deutsch.
What else can you remember? What? Dear God. Yeah. You just leave it. You just leave it.
Oh, she remembered what happened when her parents were killed. Oh crap, it's an ambush.
Ain't nobody unaccounted for getting into Erath County.
Carrying nothing of any great value. I read the news. To anyone with 10 cents and the time to hear it.
There ain't nothing in here about Erath County.
We don't fix them Mexicans. Indians, too, push them clean out.
We're building a whole new world down here in Erath County. But ain't none of it right here.
That news didn't travel.
Yeah, he doesn't control the news, come on. Whoa, they're killing all the... What? Cattle? No, not cattle. They're killing all the animals en masse. They're gonna run out sooner or later if they don't let them grow and breed. Oh, they're farming the hide. Nah, but it's a bad idea to sing your language right now, Cicada.
What's your name?
John Callie.
Mr. Farley family to you, John?
I ain't got no kid now. Tommy's gone.
What happened to Tommy?
Miss Farley got shot here. Got thoughts of things in his head. He couldn't keep him in there.
Clearly, Mr. Farley is running a dictatorship here. Tyrant.
Mr. Farley says to read this.
King of the Buffalo. There are more pictures than there are words, so it really doesn't have to read them.
Mr. Farley has asked me to come here tonight to read you all the news. As an editor and a publisher, a businessman, a lawgiver. The way I see it, none of that is news. So let me see if I can't tempt you with something else. Now, Kill Run is no Durant. Its men rise early from their beds only to descend into the great black coal mine.
He's trying to expand their horizons.
The coal mine itself had caught fire. The first dozen died in an instant. The mine owner, sitting up there in his fancy home, counting the money.
He's subtly giving them hints.
11 men who fought back against their deadly fate.
I think you ought to read from the Erath all the same, Captain. What do you think these people expect to hear?
This is what you want them to hear. Vote on it. Democracy.
I can keep on with the story of the men of Kill Run.
Majority vote.
They kept their heads and they worked together. Those men fought back.
Well, now they gotta run. They're not welcome there anymore.
You should have just read, Captain.
I was just giving the people a choice, Mr. Farley.
Mexicans, blacks, Indians, give them an inch, and every one will slit your throat where you piss.
We had to stop fighting sometime.
When it's ours alone.
Oh, it was loaded with coins beforehand. That's good. It's only one shot.
No, no!
John? Oh, it is John Kelly. Revenge for Tommy. They're lucky John was there.
I was a printer by trade. Printed up newspapers. When the war came, I lost everything. Had to make a new life for myself right there.
Yeah, start from zero again. Start from scratch.
You got family, you know?
Left a wife in San Antonio.
Yeah, they found some other travelers.
This is you, John Kelly.
I could come with y'all.
Go make something of your own.
Please, take this gun. Just take it for her.
No, John's not the sharpest tool in the shed, but he's got heart.
Those men hold up in that mine. They really paint the fire and get home.
Right there.
Well, goddamn.
Good luck to you, John.
Thank you.
Come on.
Well, let's hope John makes something of his own. There's an open fire. Could be a smoke signal.
but all the tiger dog.
Oh, that wheel is loose. That's the thing though, you don't know when you're standing here in the middle of nowhere and then a bullet comes by or an arrow comes whizzing by right into your chest. Oh, what's that?
They aren't there anymore.
What, was this where her previous family lived? Her Kiowa family? They built a pretty sturdy house. I thought they would just like set up tents using animal skin or something. Sheets soaked with blood. Oh, I just noticed the arrow stuck in the doorway.
Mama, Papa, told.
Yes.
Oh wait, this isn't her Kiowa family. This is before she was taken by the Kiowa. Okay, that makes more sense.
From all this pain and killing.
That's pretty much impossible.
Need to put it behind you. Move forward.
Tommy, on key has the omgede that big or get from door.
Oh, and going downhill now. Oh, how do they handle going downhill? Oh, they use that to slow down the wheels, but now it's broken. Oh crap, no brakes. Uh-oh. Oh no, the poor horse. The horse is tied to the cart. They can't escape. Oh no. If the horses broke their legs, then Captain has to end their suffering. Poor horses, they never had a chance. The moment the cart falls, they have to follow the cart. Yo, traveling hundreds of miles on foot. Look at that, I think she's got blisters at the bottom of her foot now. Damn, they're gonna ration their water and their food. I mean, look at that, it's just more land on the horizon. It looks like an endless walk. Oh, there's none left.
Horses.
Could be good, could be bad. Those are not horses. It's a sandstorm? Hurricane? Can't outrun that. Oh my god, get down, keep your head down. You could suffocate to death. Yeah, I think it would be better if you just get down, cover your face until it's over.
Thank God! Johanna!
What? The Kaio are just traveling in the hurricane like that? Luckily, they're not hostile. Otherwise, they might have just killed Captain. Oh, she didn't choose to go with them.
Do we read story? Diamond?
No, no diamond.
No, Kip. No. We go, Diamond. We go. We go.
Okay, go. This is your home now. I have business with the Leon Berger family.
My sister, she always went her own way. She thinks she's an Indian now.
She needs time.
She must. Go.
My sister, when we found her in the bedroom, they cut her throat. The baby sister, bashed the brain out. But we must try to see her as a blessing, and we need the extra hands.
It's still not easy though, adopting a child.
Buy her books so she can read.
How hard is it to get books at this time?
Es gibt keine Zeit.
I will go.
You're an ungrateful girl. This man brought you on home.
Maybe she doesn't understand.
No, she's just upset and sad. She thinks that he's leaving her here. Well, I mean, he is. But maybe she thinks that, you know, he leaves her here because he sees her as a burden. That's why she's sad. Oh, is this San Antonio? He's coming back to see his wife? This house looks abandoned. It is.
Hello, Willie.
Jeffrey. She's at the church. Cholera.
Cholera. His wife passed away.
It was being away for 4 years of war, Willie. Of wanting to go home every day. Of wanting to see her and feel her and think of having a family.
That's what kept you going.
God's curse on me for taking her.
It was sickness, Jeff. Just sickness.
Yeah, it wasn't your fault.
It was judgment for all I had seen
For all you've done in the war,
and all I had done.
We didn't ask for any of this.
it's not like you had a choice.
Just what we had to face and carry the rest of our days.
Oh, this place doesn't even look like anyone has tended to it at all. Looks abandoned. Time swallows up everything. 100 years from now, even that church wouldn't be there anymore. Where are you going now, Jeffrey? Are you going back to Johanna? What? They just tied her to a post? What the heck are they doing? Well, I'm glad he came back. Clearly they're not treating her right.
We had to tie her.
Because she tried to run away?
She runs away.
She's a child.
Just take her away, Jeffrey.
I'm sorry. Hey. No.
Can Johanna go?
Yeah, just go with him, Johanna.
If that's what you want.
Yeah, they're not gonna stop her, right? Now, Jeffrey's loved ones are all gone and Johanna's families are all gone. They only have each other. travel from town to town, read the news, read stories. Not a luxurious life, but as long as they're happy.
A man dead and buried has risen from the grave. There being no pulse, he was buried very swiftly. She had heard this inexplicable sound.
She's her assistant. She's his assistant now.
She ran to a nearby grave marked Alfred Blackstone.
Now look at that. She looks so happy.
Alfred turned to the groom and said, when you get in that church and she says, till death us do part, don't you believe a word of it? My name is Captain Jefferson Kyle Kidd. Is this Johanna?
Oh, he adopted her. Miss Johanna Kidd. She's no longer a Leon Burger. She's a kid. Oh, that was a very happy and sweet ending. The crazy thing is, if this had happened today, you know, in this era, all of that would have been done in one day because he wouldn't have needed to take so long to travel that distance. All he needed is a car or just one plane, and he could already get Johanna there. What I'm trying to say is we should be thankful for the transportation technology that we have nowadays. We have cars, we have trains, we have planes. You know, I mean, we even have bicycles and motorcycles, which are so much faster than horses. Okay, maybe not bicycles, but cars and beyond that, right? Because think about it, what is 400 miles to us nowadays? That's like, in kilometers, that's like 600 plus kilometers. You know, we could travel 600 plus kilometers within a day with a car, at least. So we should be grateful for what we have right now. I mean, they went through experiences which could have gotten them killed, but we don't have to face that kind of trouble right now when we travel long distances. So yeah, I'm glad to live in this era now, and who knows, maybe in the future we could travel 600 kilometers within 5 minutes. Getting on a topic here. I'm very happy to see that in the end Johanna and Jefferson, you know, got together because I think they make a great team. And Johanna was the first person who came up with the idea of putting coins in his shell bullet casings. I don't know. Before that, he was using something called a bird shot, right? So apparently that is not harmful to humans. Let's check it out. What was that? A bird shot is the smallest size of shot for sporting rifles or other guns. It is designed for shooting birds. Is bird shot lethal to humans? With number 4, I think the numbers are probably the size of the pellets. So number 4, the lethal range is probably 40 yards and under. And smaller bird shot is much less lethal. The smaller number 8 bird shot is probably lethal within 25 yards or so. One round of bird shot is enough to kill someone depending on caliber, range, and shot placement. So it means that at a close enough range, and if the shot hits a person's maybe neck or head or chest, it would definitely be lethal. And especially during the movie, the moment you're shot, you will be injured in the middle of nowhere and there will be no treatment. So most likely they will die with birdshot. So birdshot could work, but they have to get very close. So it makes sense that Jefferson didn't rely on that to try to fight it out with the gunfight. He couldn't get close enough to them. So the answer is yes, birdshot can kill, but you'd be better to rely on the pistols and the sidearms that they used. Regarding the war that Jefferson participated in, I think it's called the American Civil War, which was from 1861 to 1865. It was a civil war in the United States between the Union, also known as the North, and the Confederacy, also known as the South. The cause of the war was the dispute over whether slavery would be permitted to expand into the Western territories, leading to more slave states, or be prevented from doing so, which many believe would place slavery on a course of ultimate extinction. Okay, this is my first time knowing what the American Civil War was about. These things happened like over 150 plus years ago. So what happened in this war was that Abraham Lincoln, won the presidential election. At least I know who Abraham Lincoln is. He opposed slavery. So in the end, the 7,000 slave states seceded from the United States and formed the Confederacy. The Confederacy seized the US forts and other federal assets. And after that, 4 more southern states joined the Confederacy. In 1863, President Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation, which declared all slaves in the states in rebellion to be free, which at the time applies to more than 3.5 million out of the 4 million enslaved people. Wow! Imagine 4 million people enslaved. After that, a lot of things happened, and in 1865, Lee, who was a Confederate general, surrendered to Grant following the Battle of Appomattox Courthouse, setting in motion the end of the war. Unfortunately, on April 14, just 5 days after Lee's surrender, President Lincoln was assassinated. It says here that the conclusion of the American Civil War doesn't have a clear end date, like there's no official end date. So usually the Appomattox is symbolically referred to as that date of the end of the war. Once the war ended, slavery was officially abolished and 4 million enslaved black people were freed. Then the nation entered the Reconstruction era to rebuild the country and grant civil rights to freed slaves. The American Civil War is a huge turning point in history. The American Civil War was among the first wars to use industrial warfare. So railroads, telegraph, steamships, ironclad warship, and mass-produced weapons were all widely used during this time. There were around 750,000 soldiers ended up as casualties, and an undetermined number of civilian casualties. I think it's safe to say almost 1 million or over 1 million people died as a result of the war. At the time, the Civil War was the deadliest military conflict in American history. But we now know that the world wars were worse. Well, then now I know a bit more about the American Civil War, and I'm very, very glad that the slave thing is abolished. You're welcome to share with me your thoughts on the movie. And coming up next, we have 2 sci-fi movies, which is 2001, A Space Odyssey, and The Day the Earth Stood Still. So look forward to those, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.